discuss about the types of sukuk. And in types of sukuk, we will be discussing about sukuk ijara. Okay, meaning to say a lease sukuk. So we have sukuk, ijara, meaning a lease sukuk, certain real estate assets. So for example, it has certain buildings. This is a company which has certain real estate assets. Now it wants to issue a sukuk. So as we had discussed earlier, to issue a sukuk, generally an SPV needs to be incorporated. So for example, an SPV has been incorporated. Now this SPV will issue a sukuk to whom? To the investors. So these are the investors. And this is, of course, the liquidity of the investors. So what the investors would do is the investors would give their liquidity to the SPV. In return of the liquidity which the SPV would receive, the SPV would issue sukuk to the investors. Now the SPV, from the collected proceeds, would enter into a sale and purchase agreement with the company. So what the SPV will purchase from the company? The SPV will purchase these real estate assets. So as we had earlier discussed, these are assets which have a value, which can be quantified. And now, after purchasing these assets, so what the SPV will do, as we said, the SPV will purchase. So sale and purchase agreement will be entered between the SPV and the company, and these assets would be transferred to the SPV. So now the SPV will basically declare a trust over the sukuk assets, and the SPV will be acting as a trustee for on behalf of the investors. So just to recap until here, the SPV receives the proceeds. From the proceeds, the SPV purchases the real estate assets from the company and then issues the sukuk, and it declares a trust over the underlying assets of the sukuk. The SPV is now a trustee for on behalf of the investors. Now the second step is that after purchasing the assets from the company, now the assets have to generate revenue. Now how will the assets generate revenue? The assets can generate revenue when these assets are leased back to the company. So what will happen is that these assets will be leased back to the company. So there will be a lease agreement which would be entered between the SPV and the company, wherein the SPV will lease the assets to the company.